Peace. It's your guy Lives back with another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about how being on welfare made me a criminal. Made you a criminal? Made me a criminal. Being on welfare. It's a lot of talk going on now. It's very trendy. Everybody's talking about SNAP benefits being canceled for the month of November. People are not sure how long that's going to last. It's a lot of women online ranting and saying a lot of crazy stuff, talking about they're going to go up in Walmart and just rob Walmart of things because they don't have any benefits. Walmart is talking about locking their doors and watching everybody. Nino, stop. Sit. Pardon me, man. My dog just drinking that water. It was driving me crazy. Trying to talk while listening to that. And people is just in an uproar right now. You know, it ain't no benefits. People don't want to go to work. It's just a situation. It's a situation going on. And I understand the hype, the frustration part of it. Even though I'm not receiving any benefits, but I told you in my last video how I was active and instrumental in fraud of SNAP benefits years and years ago. You know what I'm saying? Watch that video. In this video, I'm going to proceed finally to tell you how being on welfare made me a criminal. I almost remember it vividly because of the frustration part of it, right? So my daughter was 2. She was born in 96, so it was 1998. Who could do this math for me? I know this ain't no live, but if we in 2000, I'm bad with just saying things off the head, right? If we in 2025 and this was 1998, this was 27 years ago. 27 years ago, being on welfare made me a criminal. Now, in my last video, I forgot to tell y'all that I was on welfare for only 2 months. 2 months of my life, I was on welfare. In my last video, I was talking about how my baby mom was on welfare and I was working and we was finessing the system and we was getting by. But I forgot to tell y'all that there were 2 months of my life that I was on welfare. Your boy lives. Now, because I didn't have parental custody of my kid, I wasn't getting no food stamps. I wasn't eligible for food stamps. They just looked at me like a grown man. And I'm going to be honest with you, even at 27 years old, 27, I was down on my luck. I was living with my homeboys in my homeboy's mother's house. Shout out to Task and shout out to Miss Lofton. May she rest in peace because she took me in. And that was a rough time of my life where I was working a kind of job that you get paid the same day. You gotta get up early and you gotta go down to the agency and hope and pray that they find work for you because the line is long. And if you don't get down there early, 9 times out of 10, you might not find no work for that day. So this was the kind of work that I was doing every day. And we got paid every single day that you work, you get paid that same day. And you never know what type of week you're going to have. It was no favoritism going on. It was just straight, I need some money, I'm going to work. And I got tired of doing that, man. I got tired of doing that because I start feeling like, yo, I can't get no work. These people are showing favoritism. They sending the same people out every day. And just because nobody don't know me and I'm not like a regular down here, it's like I'm having a hard time. I'm coming down there every day and then I'm sitting for like 2-3 hours and not finding no work. And then I'm going home. And every now and then, especially when I forgot what that storm was called, but when it had flooded and it was real bad in New York, and that's when I got a lot of work. You know, they was doing demolition work, knocking down the houses because people living rooms was flooded and stuff like that. It was during that time, right? Around '98, right? And so I went and signed up for welfare. I was like, man, I'm about to go down and get on welfare. I think somebody recommended that to me. So I went downtown and signed up for welfare. And I'm gonna tell you the things that they made me go through to get that check. I think it was about $120 or something like that in cash. Well, it was a check, but it wasn't no food stamps. It was just cash benefits. $120. It could have been more. I don't think it was too less than that. Somewhere around there, maybe 140, somewhere around there. But I had to go through loops and hurdles to get that 140. First of all, I had to go downtown and stand in a long line full of everybody else who wanted to get that welfare check as well. And I had to listen to the receptionists who were behind this big glass window treating everybody like they were losers, uh, talking slick out the mouth, making people wait and just being disrespectful. And the vibe in the room, I was not comfortable with that vibe. I'm down there. I know people be down on their luck, but I was down there with people that were, in my mind, I could be wrong, but in my mind, they've been having a hard time way longer than I've been having a hard time. My hard time had just begun. These people that I was down there in line with, waiting on that check, they looked like they were having a hard time a lot longer than me, and it made me feel uncomfortable. I don't think that I'm better than them or nothing like that. I never did. But what I did think about with being in that line, I used to think that I'm better than this. I'm not better than them, but I'm better than this situation right here, because I felt like a loser the way, and nobody talked to me directly disrespectful, but they were talking to other people, and the vibe, the energy, it was like we were all down there just begging, and that's what they treated us like. So I got that check, but see, they made me do this, right? They made me fill out 5 applications before I could get that check. So I had to go downtown and I had to get 5 managers to sign this paper stating that I filled out an application and applied for a job. Do you know what that does to your mental? I mean, I did want a job, so I was like eager to do it, but I needed that money at the time as well. And they will not give you that money unless you have 5 signatures stating that you apply for these jobs. I think I went to Value Plus. I even went to Rainbow Shop for the hell of it. I didn't want to work there. But after a while, you start running out of places to apply for a job at if you don't have a car. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on foot. I'm walking around New Trenton, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And I'm walking in the stores downtown asking, can I get some work? And if they say no or yes, if I fill out an application, I have to get the manager to sign a name so I could show proof and take it all the way down to welfare so that I could get this $120 so I could have some money in my pocket. I did that once. I did that again. And I'm going to tell you, after that second time, I start losing it at this point. I said, I can't keep doing this. This ain't me. I'm still trying to work the gig that where you get paid every day. I'm still not getting no work. You know what I'm saying? And my homeboy's mom, she's working with me. I'm trying. I think I had to give her like $100 a month or something. You know what I mean? So I'm really trying at that age. And I told myself, I can't do this no more, man. This shit is breaking my mental capacity down. Having to go and ask these same people that I just asked last month, because I'm, after a while, it's like I can either go up in the pizza place, the pawn shop, like it's like, and everybody's watching, and they know exactly what you're doing. They know exactly why you're doing it because everybody's doing it. If you want to get that money, you got to go. So they know exactly what you're doing, and it was a little embarrassing for me. You know what I'm saying? So I told myself, this is my last time doing this, and I got that 120 or that 140, whatever it was at the time, and I bought me an ounce of weed for $90. I bought me an ounce of weed, and I start selling nicks. You know what I'm saying? And at that moment, I was like, man, I'm just gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep bagging up these nickels, and I'm gonna just sell these nickels. You know what I mean? But that ain't work out for me too well either, because for one, nigga, you only got an ounce. You know what I'm saying? I'm buying 1 ounce. That's what I bought. You know what I mean? I probably read up once or twice, and that saga was over. But it was because of being on welfare that motivated me to do that. I'm looking for a job, can't find a job. My peers, a lot of my peers is getting money. You know, they selling crack, weed, they gambling. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my peers had a system where they was getting money. You know what I mean? And I wanted to get some money too. So I went and bought that ounce, bag up my nickels. But the problem is I was a smoker as well. So me having a weed habit, it probably wasn't a great idea for me to try to sell weed, especially if you're only working with an ounce. How far do you think that lasted? I think I read up once or twice, and that was over. But I just thought about that because the frustration of being broke, the frustration of depending on the government or the state to help me out in my time of need, and the frustration of feeling like I'm nobody when I know I'm somebody. I just need a break. It turned me into a criminal. It turned me into a criminal. This is way back before weed was legal. You know, back in the day, it was illegal. And I mean, if I got caught with a couple bags, I probably could slide. But if I'd have got caught with an ounce, anything higher than a half ounce, I was getting a weed charge, if not locked up. You know what I'm saying? So I was taking a risk. I was taking a chance and at being a drug dealer, a criminal, all because I didn't want to go down there. I had too much pride to stand in the welfare line and too much pride to fill out more applications and get that 120 a month. It wasn't going to take me far anyway. I probably just had to get that 120 up for rent. That wasn't going to take me far anyway. But at the time when you got nothing at all, that 120, that free 120 is looking like something. So I can't even knock nobody that could get SNAP benefits. That's free food, free money for food. I will never knock that. But now that it's gone and people got to figure out what they're going to do, I had to figure out what I was going to do because I damn sure wasn't good at being a drug dealer. And I wasn't mentally strong enough to not have any pride and go down there and keep getting that 120. So I just wanted to share that, man. Being down and out could cause you to be a totally different person. You might meet a person that's a really nice guy, really, really nice, but take everything away from him. Strip him of everything that he has, everything that he got going on. And I could almost guarantee you might be introduced to a My bad. I was all the way towards the end of the video and my battery died. I was just saying that if you bring a person to their lowest point in life, everybody has pressure points and pressure bust pipes, and you'll wind up meeting a totally different person if you catch that person with nothing. And when somebody has nothing and no resources to get something, it could be really bad out there, man. You never know what people might do just to get by. It's your guy Libs, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content coming from me. You know what I mean? And I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace. I do this